Welcome back to the channel. My name is Arif,
And my name is Myra.
where we don't pretend to be okay just to sound strong. Today's episode isn't advice. It's a conversation about feelings, the kind we hide behind jokes, work, and I'm fine.
And if you're listening to this late at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling something you can't explain, you're not alone. We're talking about that today.
Do you ever feel tired for no clear reason? Not physically, just tired of carrying yourself every day.
All the time. And the worst part is, when someone asks what's wrong, I genuinely don't know how to answer. Because nothing is wrong, but everything feels heavy.
Yeah, that heaviness has a way of sneaking in quietly. One day you're fine, and the next day you realize you've been holding your breath emotionally for years.
I think that's what feelings do. They don't attack. They settle. You know what scares me? I'm scared that if I actually stop and feel everything, I won't know how to function anymore.
That fear? That's exactly why most people stay busy instead of honest. Because sitting with your feelings feels like opening a door you might not be able to close.
So we choose distraction. Work. Noise. People. Anything except ourselves.
When was the last time you cried properly?
I don't remember. Not because I don't feel pain, but because I learned how to swallow it quickly.
Same. At some point, crying felt like a luxury I couldn't afford. So I trained myself to stay composed and slowly lost touch with what I was actually feeling.
Do you think ignoring feelings makes us stronger?
No, I think it makes us functional, not strong. Strong people feel deeply and still choose wisely. Most of us just avoid, then call it maturity.
That hurts, because it's true. Sometimes I feel guilty for feeling sad. Like, my life isn't that bad. People have it worse. So why do I still feel empty?
Because pain isn't a competition. Your feelings don't need permission to exist. They just need acknowledgement. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Who do you become when no one is watching?
Quiet. Overthinking. Replaying conversations that are already over. Wondering why I said what I said, or didn't say what I felt.
That version of you. That's the real one. The one we never introduced to the world.
Do you think we'll ever be okay?
I think okay is overrated. I think clarity is better. Understanding why you feel what you feel instead of fighting it.
So maybe feelings aren't the enemy.
No, avoiding them is.
And maybe healing doesn't mean fixing everything.
Maybe it just means listening without running away. If this conversation felt uncomfortably familiar, that's not weakness, that's awareness.
And if you stayed till the end, thank you for sitting with your feelings instead of escaping them.
In the last episode, we talked about feelings we hide and feelings we're ashamed of. But today is different because today is about what happens when you get tired of running from yourself and finally sit down with the emotions you've been avoiding for years, even though you know they're going to hurt.
I think the scariest moment isn't when everything falls apart, it's when nothing is technically wrong, yet you still feel empty, because then you don't know what to fix, and you start wondering if the problem is something broken inside you.
There's a point in life where distractions stop working, where staying busy no longer saves you, where even the things that once made you happy feel distant. And that's usually the moment your feelings ask to be acknowledged instead of ignored.
And that moment usually comes at night, when the world is quiet, the phone is face down, and there's no one left to perform for, because that's when the feelings you postponed all day finally catch up to you without asking permission. I realized something uncomfortable about myself. I wasn't afraid of being alone. I was afraid of hearing my own thoughts without interruption, because once you really listen, you start noticing how many of your decisions were made from fear, attachment, and the need to be chosen.
That realization hurts, because it means you can't blame people anymore. You can't blame timing. You can't blame circumstances. You have to accept that at some point, You stayed where you should have walked away, just because leaving felt lonelier than staying.
Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we hold on to situations that drain us, to people who don't meet us halfway, to versions of life that clearly don't fit us anymore?
Because familiarity feels safer than uncertainty, even when familiarity is painful, and because hope is dangerous when it's based on potential instead of reality.
I think I've confused patience with self-betrayal more times than I want to admit, telling myself that understanding someone else's behavior was maturity, while slowly teaching myself that my own feelings didn't matter as much.
And the moment you finally stop doing that, the moment you stop explaining away disrespect, inconsistency, and emotional absence, is the moment life starts feeling quieter but clearer.
Clear, but lonely.
Yes, lonely at first, because choosing yourself usually means disappointing the version of you that survived on crumbs. But that loneliness doesn't last forever. What lasts is self-respect.